the Packers are going to go to the playoffs, and Jordan Love is good, and it's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. They shouldn't get away with this. It's absolute bullshit. Jordan Love's throwing balls that should get intercepted, and they're not getting intercepted, and he looks good, and he looks comfortable. He's doing Rodgers. The whole thing is bullshit. Nothing in life is fair. If you have to, if you're trying to teach your kids why life isn't fair, just show them Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers to Jordan Love. It's not fair. It's not fair, PFT.
Well, we're too early on the Jordan Love thing, though.
No, I think he might be good.
What is Packing with Your YouTube Cage TV with another video? And we're finally here. The end of the season, the last game of the regular season. It has been a long, drawn out season of ups, downs, highs, lows. The emotional roller coaster of the NFL really does take a lot out of you. But we here now. We right where we need to be, controlling our own destiny again to get a chance to see this team perform in the playoffs, unlike last year. But you wouldn't want to see it no other way than it, the last game of the season facing off against the Chicago Bears, who has a potential chance to play upset, But at this point, you know what I'm saying, with this team, the Green Bay Packers, the greatest football team in sports history. I can say I'm content with how the season, panned out. I mean, of course, you would want to see a better record. You would rather see us take care of business like we should have against the Raiders and, the Falcons, and a number of other teams, the Giants. Who else did we lose to? We should have won. It was a lot of games. A lot of games we should have won that, we came up short. But that's beside the point. We are where we are right now. And, we in a good position to do some great things. And one of those great things is having a chance to be in the playoffs. One of the most shocking, or I wouldn't say shocking, but one of the things we didn't see happening was Jordan Love becoming a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. For him, this was a great first season. For Matt LaFleur, this solidifies his pick. And Brian Gutekunst, this really solidify, them getting the right guy in the draft in the first round. But still, we still don't know what the pass could have been if we, got a receiver or got some top quality guy. Not saying Jordan Love wasn't a top quality guy at the time of the draft, but up until this point, he's proven that he was a top quality guy in the draft. So kudos to him. But we're gonna try to not be on here too long. It's the last week in the NFL season. A lot of different scenarios that can still happen. But we're gonna break down the Green Bay Packers, the Chicago Bears game right now. At this point, I don't give a damn about injuries. Whoever we got playing, gotta play. No A.J. Dillon, next man up. You know what I'm saying? But I am happy to see Devondre Campbell back out there with Quay Walker, Darnell Savage. I don't know what's going on with Eric Stokes. Maybe he sit out another week and then probably get activated to play in the wild card game. Luke Musgrave, I don't think he's going to play, but I don't think we need him in this game. I don't think we need Luke Musgrave in this game. Heal up, come back for wild card weekend, and we'll see how things go from there. It's good to have Jair back. I think Jair is going to be on his best game. I think he's going to play a hell of a game this week. I think Jair is going to shut down. He might even get a pick. But the main thing in this game is to contain Justin Fields. You know what I'm saying? Um, he can throw the ball. Especially with Kmet, the tight end. You got to be careful with him. He might get loose, but I think with the linebackers that we got, I think the Green Bay Packers is probably like one of the best defensive units at, slowing down tight ends. It might be different in the red zone, but for the most part, we don't be letting tight ends just get loose on us like that. Case in point, Travis Kelce. We didn't let him do anything big in the game when we played against him. He might have had one or two big catches, but for the most part, we contained him and shut him down. But main thing is we have to contain the run and control the clock. That's one thing we have to do. We have to control the clock. If we can control the clock, get good field position, score on majority of the drives that we have, whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, and get some big key stops, whether that be turnovers or, forcing them to punt the ball deep within their own territory. I think the Green Bay Packers should have this game wrapped up, but things could go different. But with this team, one thing I have noticed is that these guys are going to go out there and play for Jordan Love. They're going to go out there and try to put on their best effort. They're going to go out there and try to play up to the team we know that they're capable of. I'm excited to see what these receivers are going to do. I mean, hopefully Christian Watson can have a chance to play in this game because I think in the next year or two, I think we probably going to have the best wide receiver unit in the league. We just got so much talent across the board with the receivers, man. I mean, geez. And I told y'all about the tight ends. I think we got two of the best tight ends out of that draft, man. Tyler Kraft and Luke Musgrave. They was probably out of those four, Dalton Kincaid, Sam Laporta. Then you got Luke Musgrave and Tucker Kraft. I think the Packers did a good job at grabbing two good tight ends in the draft that got a lot of potential to do some great things in this offense once everything gets clicking. And now that they are, one season in, things could be better next season for the tight end crew. Offensive line, I think the offensive line will be okay in this game to give Jordan Love the time. And, Aaron Jones, this should be a big game for Aaron Jones. He's had two outstanding games, the last two games he played. And like I said, you get a guy over 15 snaps, this team is guaranteed to win the game. I think the Packers take care of business at home and, win and we in. Win and we are in. And then we just, we'll take it from there, man. We'll take the next game from there. But let's get into this, man. I want to do a little, since I haven't did one all year, for this last game, I want to do like a little prediction. So the first game we got the Steelers and Baltimore Ravens. I'm gonna just pick the team. I'm not gonna pick why, but I think the Steelers will win, and that will get them into the playoffs. We got the Houston Texans and the Colts. I know it's C.J. Stroud first year, and he's probably gonna win Rookie of the Year, but I think the Colts beat them at home, setting up a match in the playoffs between Cleveland and Indianapolis. Now, when it comes to Tampa Bay, who is still fighting for the division against the Saints, and I think the Falcons might be in this too. So you got Buccaneers facing off against the Panthers. This is going to be a tough game on the road for Tampa Bay. Plus Baker Mayfield is kind of banged up. So I think the Panthers will win. I think the Panthers will win their last game, and that should get the Saints as the 4th seed and to win the division. Yeah, They will win the division, putting them in the 4th seed, and they'll have to face off against the Eagles. Cleveland, the Bengals. Cleveland don't really have nothing to play for, but you know what? I don't know about this game, man. I know they got Browning as the quarterback for the Bengals. The Bengals are at home. I don't think anything will change. with the seeding. So I'm going to go with the Bengals to win at home. Then with the Vikings, let's go keep this. Yeah. Now with the Vikings and the Lions, I don't know if Jared Goff is going to play. I don't know if Jared Goff is going to play, but I'm going to roll with the Lions to win at home, which could possibly put them in the 7th seed. Could put them in the 2nd seed because they are the 3rd seed, and that'll bump Dallas down to 3rd. So let's go on to the next game. Jets against New England. I think the Jets will win that game. It don't mean nothing. That game doesn't mean anything. I think the Saints will beat the Falcons. Jaguars and Tennessee. I think, this whole thing with Trevor Lawrence being hurt and injured and missing games, and I don't think he's going to play this game. I'm going to go with the Tennessee Titans, man, to beat the Jaguars and eliminate them out of the playoffs. I don't think the Jaguars going to make the playoffs. You got Seattle on the road against the Cardinals. I'm going to go with the Cardinals to win. Of course, Chicago, Green Bay. I'm going Green Bay. We win and we in. Kansas City. I don't think they're going to play Patrick Mahomes. And the Chargers. I think the Chiefs going to sit a lot of their players because they already won the division. So I'm going to go with the Chargers to win at home. Raiders and Broncos. I'm going to roll with the Raiders. It's the last home game for the Raiders. So I'm going to go with the Raiders. I'm going to roll with the Philadelphia Eagles to beat the New York Giants. Why? Because the division is up for grabs, folks. San Francisco and the Rams. I'm going to go with, I don't think Brock Purdy is going to play. I think San Francisco might sit a few of their starters. So I'm going to go with the Rams. Nothing changes with the Rams nor the 49ers. Then I'm going to go with the Cowboys to beat the Washington Redskins, which will put the Cowboys back into the 7th seed with a 12-5 record, and that will win them the division. And then the last game, which is the Sunday night game, I'm going to go with the Buffalo Bills, people, to beat the Dolphins, which will put the Buffalo Bills in the 2nd seed. And I think that's what the playoffs is going to look like. I think we're going to see the 7th seed Steelers play against Buffalo. I think we're going to see the 6th seed Miami Dolphins play against the Chiefs, Tyreek Hill facing off against his old team. And then I think we'll see Cleveland, the 5th seed, facing off against Indianapolis. And then in the NFC, of course, San Francisco has the 1st seed at 12-5. And then, the Green Bay Packers will be facing off against the Dallas Cowboys. Mike McCarthy facing off against his old team, trying to get some payback on Matt LaFleur from last year's game where CeeDee Lamb went off. I think that's going to be I think that game is going to show the inexperience of the Green Bay Packers young team. But we'll get to that game. We going to get real. It's going to get interesting with that game. Just hold on. I'm just, laying out a scenario right now of, how, people are really thinking out there. But when we get down to that game, that can be a winnable game. And we're going to talk about it. But back to this. of course, you know, we got the Los Angeles Rams facing off against the Detroit Lions. Matt Stafford going back home to Detroit. I think Detroit is going to win that game. I think they're going to beat Matt Stafford. And then you have the Philadelphia Eagles facing off against the New Orleans Saints. Derek Carr back in the playoffs. So, yeah, those are my picks for Week 18, man. Be looking forward to the G spot. We're going to drop that. So, yeah, man, I think the season was all right. It wasn't that bad for the Packers, but I want to see what Jordan Love is going to look like in the playoffs, man. What kind of Jordan Love are we going to see? Oh, just to correct a correction. Last week I said that Jalen Hurts' first playoff game was against the Seattle Seahawks. Wrong. It was against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Tom Brady lit their ass up. So shout out to Where You Hide, man. Have a good time out there, man. And where y'all playing? Y'all on the road? Yeah. Good luck out there, and be safe out there in New York, bruh. But yeah, man, that's the conclusion of this video, man. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Go Pack, go. I'm out.